Hey guys, so I'm going to show you the best camera settings possible. So just go to the settings right away and then open camera. And once you are here in the camera, I'm going to explain everything out for you guys. So if you go to the record video section, so first of all, the best settings is 4K at 60 fps, but it really depends on you. Like 4K 60 fps is still like a lot of higher resolution of video. So for example, if you are recording at 4K 60 fps, it will obviously gonna take a lot of storage in your memory. So if you are someone who is not believe in making some slow motions and video something like slow motions, so I think 4K 30 fps would work for you. And even if you are like recording for some like TikTok or other videos which doesn't require too much of pixels and all those stuff, you just need to go for 1080p at 60 fps. But for high recording, for everything in which case you are going to edit and doing the slow mos, you might need to go for the 4K 60 fps. And if you go down, you might need to turn on the show PAL formats. PAL is a television format which obviously manage on some of the countries, but this is not something which actually giving you so much effects and so much in the videos. HDR video is something which really gives you a Dolby Vision effects in your videos, especially if you are recording at a higher bit rates like 4K 60 fps. It will really improve a lot of colors in your video. If you go down, you can see the auto 30 fps. So you need to actually shift down this setting to auto 30 and 60 fps, because it will allow camera to really shift from 30 to 60 based on the lightning, based on the scene you are recording. So I think it will allow a lot more flexibility for the camera app to work. And then this lock camera and lock white balance, these are the two options which actually lock the more of the settings. For example, if you are in the cinematic mode and you just lock something out for the focus, this will helps camera to actually create a lot of focus on that object which you have put focus on. So these are the two balance, even lock white balance, because sometimes you feel like that when you move on the camera from one object to other object, some of the lightning effects really go down the brightness level for your phone, even if you are shooting in like sunlight and or the other lights. Normally this low white balance helps you in that case. If you go back and record the slow mos, so slow mos are always be recorded in 1080p HD at 240 fps, because the big number of frame rates will allow camera to actually compress the videos and compress the videos and to extort the different pixels frame to create the slow mo. If you go back and record sound, so most of the people normally do mono sound effects for their videos, because it will allow more flexibility on the audio side to manage in your voices. And then if you go towards the formats is obviously you should be at the high efficiency. If you are going to have some high level of video recording, the high efficiency is the one which you are going to use. Otherwise, if you are using most compatible, then obviously it can range a lot of sizes for the images. If you turn on the Apple ProRAW, this Apple ProRAW is actually used for those images which needed a lot of editing after that. Like for example, the pictures who's going to use in flexes and or other billboards. So this is the format which normally turns on for the images which really needs a lot of editing after capturing the images. And if you go down preserve settings, it will just allow to save some of the more settings. Like you might need to turn on depth control, exposure adjustments, even night mode. And then Apple ProRAW, as per the ProRAW is something which is helping the video mode, the videos which need to be edited after recording. So this Apple ProRAW is actually settings for the videos rather than the images. So going back, you might need to turn on if you really believe in doing the burst of images. Otherwise you can turn it off. Scan QR code is one of the great option to use, because if you are using your camera to scan QR codes, because you might need to install third party QR code scanners to scan the QR codes, but this option will let your camera to actually scan any QR code out there. And this show detected text means once you scan the QR code, it will show the detected text in a tooltip under just under the camera. Grade, level, mirror, front camera, these are some settings which you really need to turn on to show you the grade levels on the camera, just to show you that your camera is totally aligned and horizontal with no degree effect on your holding position. Scene detection. So scene detection is something which really which Apple offers for, I can say, the AI features. Like scene detection can also help in creating some of the colors and also some of the detections. For example, if you are shooting in a low light, it will help camera to use the various factors for recognition of the images, etc. And lens correction, I think you might not need that. And smart HDR, just try to turn on this option as well, because it will handle the exposures in a great way. So these are actually the settings which I think you might need to turn on in case you are going to create some good videos and even some good level of images as well. And thank you so much for watching the whole video, and just try to share it with your friends and try to subscribe the channel.